One of my ears feels like it's not working. Uh-oh, how do we deal with that? What did I do? Anyway, don't put things in your ears, kids. I don't like it. And I also did not put perfume on today. This is my spiritual spray. And today we need to be spiritual, I think. Hello, kings and queens and besties and what do you call that again? Welcome back to my channel, Simone's Blank Canvas. Today I'm going to talk about my second painting in my collection of paintings, and this one is called I hope you like this painting. This piece has a little bit more realism with a really textury background. Let me fast forward. Sorry to be cliche and kind of a basic bitch, but yeah, the blue hand does represent like pain and sadness, and the hand cradling the blue hand is in more warm, realistic colors. I know you feel it. I know you feel it. Yes! Oh, it's a bit too big. Is it? Is it? In this piece, the focus is on the two hands. One is cradling the other. Something's wrong. What's going on here? Something's not right. Stay up, you! Yeah! This piece is a symbol of my realization that in life, if we want to access joy and contentedness, we must heal the relationship with ourselves and collect certain tools to handle big emotions. I'm often living abroad away from loved ones, so this is especially important for me. I had a moment of recognition that I had unconsciously adopted the habit of running away from my emotions by constantly staying busy. I would keep running until anxiety would consume me and I would feel totally overwhelmed and alone. With the help of therapy, resting more, meditating, journaling, reading, consuming self-help content, connecting to my inner intuition, and being more present, I finally feel more able to handle emotions as they come. Why am I such a messy b****? Anybody know what we're doing here? The background represents the messiness and unpredictability of life, the feelings of total overwhelm. Notice the multiple different directions of the rips. It's confusing and overwhelming. Heavy expectations. Oh yes, yes, it's a big one. Yeah. Come here. Excuse me, can you move out the way? When I feel out of control of things, or like things aren't perfect, whatever that is, the visual representation I see is ripped paper. It's uncomfortable and jagged. It's chaos. But that is life. Life isn't a perfect, predictable fairy tale, and the sooner we accept that, the sooner we will feel contentedness. I have often fought with the unpredictability of life and tried to control things too much. Our ego wants things to be predictable. It's pretty normal to some extent, but true growth comes out of our comfort zone. Life has proven that to me countless times. Sit up straight, you! Yeah, you. Up to you, Simone. Stay on this. Why? Not cool. Oh my god. You know what? You. No, actually, you. Why you stop working? Sometimes when I feel complete terror and panic because I'm in a situation where I can't predict the future or I don't know what's going to happen next, I imagine a world where we knew everything that was going to happen. How f***ing boring would that be? My anxiety wants the safety of knowing, but I know my soul wants adventure and uncertainty. A good example of that is my desire to travel. We travel because we want to see new and novel things. When I'm in a new place, I feel this childlike excitement thinking about all the new things I'm going to see, people I'm going to meet, and experiences I'm going to have. That is the same part of our soul that wants to let go of trying to control what happens in life. Imagine if you didn't feel fear at all. What would you do? You would happily bask in the chaos that is life. The hands in the center represent this peace surrounded by chaos. It's quite poetic and ironic. It reminds me of yin and yang, the way that you can't have one without the other. If you are a perfectionist or a control freak like me, or make decisions based on fear, you will often try to control outcomes. I've been doing it my whole life. But whenever I hand a situation over to the universe, what happens is like magic. The blue hand represents all my feelings of pain and loneliness, and the colored hand represents the more patient and comforting attitude I have towards myself, my negative emotions, and my suffering. The two hands fit together like puzzle pieces, because to truly love ourselves, we have to love our whole being, even our dark side or parts of us we do not want to face. I used to be terrified of facing emotions like anxiety, anger, and sadness, and that fear of facing them made them even more powerful. What you resist persists. It can be so scary to face emotions like these, especially when it's not your usual habit. But the power, confidence, and feeling of complete capableness it fosters is so worth it.
Hello, sir, we need a small one. Here, you silly Willy.
It also takes a lot of time, absolute honesty, and consistency.
Oh, yes, a tune. Hungry.
That's fucking gorgeous, and you are a genius. That's what I would say. The right color? Kind of. No, it's not. No, 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 no. Oh, no. Level 2. Oh, I saw YouTubers do this to make it focus. I wonder if it will work. I'm gonna pull a We're Not Really Strangers card, and it says here, come curious, leave connected. And also on the inside we're all the same. I like that. Anyway, right, let's level 2. Take away the wild cards because the wild cards are just annoying. Shuffle, waffle. Pick a card. This one. Finish the sentences. Strangers would describe me as blank. Only I know that I am blank. This is really interesting because sometimes you don't know how other people perceive you. I think that maybe strangers would describe me as confident because when I go to new events and I meet people, I do that quite a lot. So at this point, I am kind of able to start a conversation with anybody and be more open because, yeah, it's like a skill that you practice, right? Going into a place where you don't know anybody and maybe you don't know, it's something you've never done before, and how to start a conversation with somebody that you never met before. That's a skill, and I feel like I have practiced this skill a lot. Maybe this is better. I do have a dark side though. Get away, Zalo! Don't distract me! I think that maybe when strangers meet me, they might describe me as confident. If you're a stranger and you've seen me and you don't agree with that, let me know. I don't know, this is my perception of what strangers might think of me. And only I know that I am insecure sometimes and that I put people on pedestals. Yeah, I think everybody is insecure sometimes, unless you're really, really like connected to source. I don't know. I think that I might often give off the impression that I'm confident and I really believe in things that I'm saying, and I do, but I also have this tendency, which makes sense to me because I know like where these things come from. I have this tendency to put other people on a pedestal and kind of invalidate my own feelings and just overall like think that people are better than me. It's kind of difficult to explain and it kind of sounds dumb, like why would you do that? But it's not like a conscious thing, and it is like I know I'm not gonna get into it, but I know why I'm like that because of things that have happened. I'm working on it, but sometimes it creeps out again. And I think that maybe only I know that about me because I haven't really shared that with anybody. And now I'm sharing it on YouTube. And I think that maybe I don't come across like that. I hope that you too can also answer this question. Finish the sentences. Strangers would describe me as only I know that I am, and I particularly encourage you to not shy away from answering the second part that is more vulnerable. And I'm gonna tell you why. So I actually really hate being vulnerable, but that is why I am being more vulnerable. Like I'm making an effort to be more vulnerable because I personally think when we have an aversion to something, that means that we really actually need to do that thing. And this technique has helped me a lot in the past to grow as a person. The whole, having an aversion to something meaning that that is what you should do. That's why I am being vulnerable, and I encourage you guys to also do that, because like we live in a society that doesn't really encourage us to be vulnerable and honest, but when you see somebody going against that and being vulnerable, it kind of gives you the permission to be like, oh, maybe I can do that too. And I've definitely seen other like YouTubers or friends or people being vulnerable when I was in a place where I was like, I'm not doing that. And I've like looked at them and be like, oh, if they can do that, maybe I can do that too. And another reason is that for things, yeah, like more negative emotions and feelings, like only I know that I'm insecure sometimes and putting people on pedestals, these feelings often make us feel really isolated and like we're the only one that feels that way. If you write this comment out, say only I know that I am blah blah blah, what's probably likely to happen, because we actually are all human and we all feel really the same things, and it's just really f***ing weird that we don't talk about stuff like this, because we're all feeling it, but we're just pretending that we don't. But yeah, probably somebody else is gonna see your thing and be like, me too, sister, I've also felt like that. And there's some comfort in that when you realize, oh, I'm actually not alone in this feeling, like this other person understands me or has also felt that way. And yeah, that's really beautiful. So I really encourage you to answer these questions. I'm gonna write it in the description, and yeah, you should write your answer and let's have a little conversation. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe so that you can see my next video, and write your comment answer or write another comment if you want. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Sending you lots of farts. Sending you lots of love. Bye.